Street racers are the modern-day daredevils who believe they're in a Fast and Furious movie. But don't worry, the cops are here to save the day, armed with their radar guns and a restless desire to hand out speeding tickets. Will our new age racers escape the long arm of the law, or will they end up explaining their life choices to a judge? Stay tuned to find out. On August 2nd, 2020, some guys believed they'd have the most epic car meet ever, since nothing could be better than showing off shiny rims and revving engines. Then, one of them decided, in a flash of pure genius, hey, why not create a music video for this? While the singer tossed money around like it was raining, they were all hyped and hung off the sides of their cars like they were in a rap video. Sadly, the police didn't really value this improvised performance of musical ability and financial reckless behavior. So, do the police then choose to let it slide and take in the free concert? No! Seeing the Dodge Charger 392, you know what would make this car meet even better? A fast pursuit. Our spontaneous pop star and his team should be able to manage a real-life remix, including flashing lights and sirens. It gets even more insane because the driver is not the crazy one. The real star here is that real-life ninja hanging out of the window, clearly ignoring common sense and fundamental safety guidelines. Maybe he thought, why would you stay inside a perfectly good car when you could hang dangerously out of it? They decide, nah, let's spice things up. Instead of the cops merely noting their license numbers and calling it a day, why not have these guys captured in the act to produce a far more fascinating, chaotic scene? Who needs a quiet shift when you can see the ultimate clash of stupidity against the law from a front row seat? Our brilliant driver decided to brake check the police in order to get away. Making the police slam on their brakes is obviously among the best ways to flee.
Bro, there's more cops coming. Oh no. Bro, he outran the cops.
To be honest though, everyone involved in that small stunt will need some fresh tires following it. Hope they planned for that, or perhaps they could just swipe another car. Driving the Dodge Charger can really feel like you have let a caged beast run free on the road. It passes all in its path, using the kind of power usually reserved for royalty. And let's not forget that beastly supercharger. On American roadways these days, you do not hear the sound this car produces. That of a battle cry from a legendary creature. The car seems to be alive and almost begs you to push it harder. While our brake-checking buddy is trying to outsmart the cops, he's also feeling like the king of the car meet. And who wouldn't when you're trolling the feds live for all your friends to watch and put on social media? These Japanese street freaks have a great idea. Wait until night to locate empty roads for their drifting escapades. By now, they are not particularly a hazard to anyone except themselves. It's interesting to find that the drifting scene and JDM car culture still exists in the age of EVs and automatics. While the Japanese are enjoying their fully modded JDMs drifting in tandems, they are suddenly met with a surprise. Completely outplayed. The police car, thinking he had the upper hand, gets completely left in the dust. But the ego-driven cop refused to back down after that disgusting humiliation. Funny enough, the street drifters aren't finished either. Clearly wanting to give the audience a free Tokyo Drift live-action show, the Japanese street drifters turn back for a round 2 clash. Wow. After that double humiliation, even I would retire as a cop. Let's bring it back to the States now. It's October 14th, 2023, and Officer Billy Martin is out there patrolling like it's the World Cup final. Abruptly, he sees a man in a dark silver Charger speeding down the highway at more than 130 miles per hour. This Charger is weaving through traffic like it's trying to win a gold medal in the Olympic obstacle course. It's like the driver decided that the highway was actually a giant game of Twister, and he's determined to hit every spot with his tires. I mean, according to him, we actually have an Autobahn in the US. Let's see if Officer Martin catches this human bullet. You might want to buckle up for this one. The owner of this speeding silver Charger was understandably a bit upset. In a display of pure confusion, he says, "Why the heck would I run in a V6? Because apparently only supercars are allowed to outrun the law." Clearly, this guy believes that if you're not driving a turbocharged rocket, you should just pull over and grab a coffee instead. According to the Charger driver, he had no idea he was being pursued. Maybe he thought those lights were just a really aggressive attempt at a rave party, and he was invited as the guest of honor. It's like saying you didn't notice the giant neon sign flashing "Stop" in front of you because you were too busy checking out the latest TikTok dance. About 90 seconds into this high-speed spectacle, the Dodge driver decides he's had enough of his fantasy racetrack. He slows down, like he's signaling to Officer Martin, "Hey, you can catch up now? I'm done with my Fast and Furious audition." As Officer Martin wraps up his show-stopping pit maneuver, you can tell he's not in the mood for a friendly chat. Nope, he's more in the mood for a dramatic standoff. Before our Dodge driver can even finish his "I guess I'll pull over now" routine, two more cops roll up, pistols drawn as if he's got a $50,000 bounty on his head. Now, let's talk about the real question on everyone's mind. Did Officer Martin start the pit maneuver too soon? Or was our Charger driver basically begging for it by doing 130 miles per hour and pretending those flashing lights were just a suggestion? Was it a case of, "Officer, I didn't see you there," or "Catch me if you can"? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Senior Airman Michael Alexander Workman, along with two fellow motorcyclists, got themselves into a high-speed chase with the Oklahoma Highway Patrol in April. The chase kicked off when an officer spotted the trio speeding. According to the Oklahoma Highway Patrol, our speed demon, Workman, cranked his bike up to over 180 miles per hour. He was weaving in and out of traffic like he was in a video game, except this isn't GTA 5. It's real life. And just to add to the drama, the whole spectacle was caught on the patrolman's dashboard camera. One biker decided to show off some creativity by speeding up, making an improper lane change, and then driving on the shoulder like it was his personal VIP lane. But he had to bow out of the chase early. Meanwhile, Workman and the third biker were still channeling their inner race car drivers, hitting 120 miles per hour as they crossed into Carter County. Jack, clearly living his best action hero life, radioed dispatch about the high-speed pursuit. He kept after the two daredevils, probably wondering if he'd accidentally stumbled onto the set of a blockbuster chase scene as he watched them swerve from one lane to the next, dodging slower cars, like they were playing a high-stakes game of Frogger. You could almost hear the dramatic soundtrack in the background. Jack observed both motorcycles passing slower vehicles on the inside lane at an incredibly high rate of speed. It was like they were in their own personal version of Mario Kart, except without the banana peels and power-ups. As traffic began to thicken, our adrenaline-fueled motorcyclist had no choice but to slow down. "You almost killed people out here," the soldier yells, channeling his inner drill sergeant. After an emotional roller coaster, one of the suspects is finally handcuffed and put into the police car. Out of nowhere, the suspect has a tragic breakdown after realizing that he's clearly not built different. If there is one thing not on my bucket list, it's zooming through public highways in a fully modded NASCAR. West LA has had a lot of outright crazy situations, but this right here tops the list. News anchors at the time were left completely puzzled on how or who thought this was a good idea. As the suspect pulls through the local neighborhood, the LAPD decides to actually get serious and up their pursuit.
And it looks like the suspect is approaching Fox Studios and may try and stop there.
The suspect finally decides to abruptly come to a stop outside a popular studio. Immediately, the LAPD jump out their car, ready to detain the man. Oh wait, what's this? What is LAPD doing? Taking selfies? So this wasn't a police chase after all, huh? What a joke. Fox News definitely got me there. If you were fooled, like and subscribe, and keep your hands where I can see them. We'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.